we're going to do. We're going to listen to the Overflow show together. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's toast to the Overflow show, guys. Here we go.
To the Overflow show.
Over.
What's going on, you guys?
Cheers.
Hi, guys. Doing day, first things first about the gameplay. It's going to be some Assassin's Creed in the background.
To Overflow.
You're going to make it a million
I think that you guys
air soon.
are definitely going to enjoy it. Man, it's a little bit embarrassing, but definitely hilarious, you guys. On the count of 3, I want everybody to smash the likes on this. Let's shoot for 350 likes. 1, 2. 2, 1, 1, 2, uno, dos, tres, 3. Smash the likes, you guys. Let's try to get to 350 likes on this video. As you guys know, as long as you guys support the story videos, I'll keep bringing them to you. And I have to say thank you guys so much for the video that I posted last weekend. I posted a story time, and my promise to you in that video was if the stories get 300 likes or more, I will post additional story time. So I will post bonus story videos
get with
for you
the
guys.
blue ball
If you guys
story,
blew me
son.
away, you smashed that number. You got to 500 likes on the video from just a couple days ago, which is absolutely crazy. I'm going to go ahead and link that for you guys if you guys haven't
what do you
seen
think
it yet.
so
It's a
far?
pretty good story.
Oh, I love it.
But in this story, I'm going to be
I
talking
love
about
to
the
look at it.
worst case of blue balls that I have ever had in my life. And it's
Did you hear
gonna
what
be
he
pretty
said?
intense.
Yeah, that you never
So
had.
definitely leave some likes
The
on it.
worst
You guys.
case
I'm
of-
pretty excited to tell you this.
Burnt
And
balls?
No, blue balls.
Bad memories. What's up, Flows Stone? You knows I love all of you. So this story goes back to when I was like 15 years old yet. So I was still a virgin, obviously. If you guys didn't know, I
he
did not
was.
lose my B card until I was 16 years old. So, and I think that's a good age. I think that you're old
With
enough
all
to
those girls
really
that got
realize
him,
what's
you
going
think he
on
would have-
in your life, and you're
Oh,
young
nice,
enough
Mom.
to still brag about it to your friends and all that good stuff, right? I think that's a good age for guys, personally. And anyways, this story goes back way back then when I was only 15, and it gets super duper intense. So I was dating this girl that I found to be very, very attractive. She was an Italian girl, little Italian girl with some big old boobies. She was like very.
No.
She was a tennis player. Okay, so she
Played
played
tennis.
tennis. To give you a little visual, she had like curly blonde brown hair. It came to like her shoulders. It was like that curly curl kind of thing going on. Italian.
Somebody else.
Kind of darker skinned. For a white girl, you know, tan going
They
on.
said she was
had a
short.
pretty fit body, and then she had like some D's. They weren't huge D's or medium D's or small D's. They were actually medium D's. So she had like D cup boobies, which are big. You know, those are pretty big, especially when
Sounds
you're
big.
only like I was a
What do you
sophomore in
think?
high school. So
I wouldn't
15
know.
years old, those were awesome. Big boobies,
Nah.
super
Pretty
great
good.
stuff. And before me and her ever
Very
did anything,
classy.
this was like within the
Very.
first maybe month
Not
or so of our
sloppy.
relationship.
Right.
You know, we started kissing, started making out pretty heavy.
Making
and
out,
all
Mom.
That, oh, God. You know what? I just remembered. My dad actually watches every single one of my videos. And I've told him, listen, Dad, you're going to hear some stuff that you might not want to hear. But I'm a man now, and I
I'm
get to
a
do
man.
this stuff, okay?
I get blue balls.
And so I know he's gonna watch this, and this involves him to some extent.
Please,
And I
don't.
have to say right now, Dad, thank you for taking me to the doctor for this, but I'm glad to find out that I didn't need to go.
Oh,
So
really?
anyways,
You're wasting my money and my time.
But one time, me and this girl had gone to the movies. I'm going to go ahead and keep her name anonymous.
I
actually have
remember.
another story about. I have a couple more stories about this girl that I'll probably tell you guys in the future. But
I remember.
we ended up going to the movies one night, and we got there early.
You said something
You know,
was wrong
she
with
had a
her,
car.
right? Like
She
you had a
actually had a
hernia.
Porsche. Her parents were very, very wealthy. Her parents were rich as crap, man.
Oh my
So
God, she's
she
gonna
had a
hear it.
Porsche
Oh,
that
fuck.
her parents had got for her. She was 16. I believe she was a little bit older than me, and so she had picked me up. We went to the movies, and before we actually even got to the movies, or actually after we got to the movies, we
What's going on?
realized that the movie didn't start for like another half an hour or whatever. So we decided, you know what the heck, we're just gonna hang out with each other, and we'll just wait for this movie to start. And you know what, I'm gonna kind of so we'll just wait for this movie to start. So we went to this place, and we were just chilling. There was really nobody around. We were in a casino because all the movie theaters in Las Vegas are pretty much in casinos. And we went around to this back area where nobody really goes.
Listen, he's talking about his blue ball.
Kissing a little bit, started making out
Come on.
pretty hard.
He's making out with a
I was
girl.
feeling on the boobies.
Feeling on the
booty,
boobs.
Pulling the boobies out,
Pulling the boobies out.
and all
Playing
this
with them,
stuff.
Mom.
This was
What do you think
before
about that?
I
Your
ever had
grandson.
sex. So,
I remember him
at
doing
that.
that.
Point,
I
before
was
you ever
there.
have sex, it's like, oh my God, I'm touching boobs. Whereas now it's like, oh, boobs, big deal. Get out of my face. I'm on the 29 kill streak, about to drop this DNA bomb. No, just kidding. It's still pretty awesome. But I was definitely she was rubbing, you know, some heavy petting going on and all that good stuff. And heavy petting is what we use to describe it when you're in sex ed.
You're killing me.
Heavy petting. That just sounds
I'm
hilarious.
sending you in to talk to the bishop or something.
Feeling all up on D's nuts. got him. But that's what was going on, and we were just like making out hardcore, feeling on each other for like a half an hour, and then after that, like nothing happened because me, like this girl was also
I put my iron board up to my heart. Oh my
had never
goodness.
gone super duper far. You know, it took her forever to do anything more than that. And then I got a story. That's a story for later, man. But after it happened, it's a big story for later. So anyways, we went to the movies. Everything was good.
Okay.
And then later that night, you know, I had gone home. She had gone back to her house. And
What else?
What the heck is going on right now? My balls hurt so bad. And I did not know what blue balls was at the time. I was like, yeah, I have no idea what that is. Oh, and if you don't know what blue balls is, it's where you get super turned on. If you're a guy, you get super turned on. Maybe you pop in boners and stuff. And then you never actually, you know, finish. You never like bust no nuts. Busting all types of nuts. Never. That doesn't ever happen. So you're like, your balls get all like backed up, I guess, quote unquote, and they hurt. You know, they get sore. And so I was like, what the heck is going on? My balls are so sore, and they were so super duper sore. I waited until like the next day. I didn't like
I'm so
jerk
upset.
it
I
enough that
forgot
I was
what I
just
was
there
doing.
with sore balls. God, if I had only known that that would help, I would have probably done that. But I was just there with like sore balls for like a whole, like probably that night, and then the next day my balls were still sore for like the whole day. And so I was like,
You gotta ice them.
I was like, I don't know what the heck's going on. So I called my dad. I was like, hey Dad, you know, my balls really hurt.
Well, you're
He was like, well, he knew that I was trying to lift weights and stuff at the time, and he's like, oh yeah, and he had a hernia. If you don't know what a hernia is, it's where you rip the muscle like in your groin belly region. And he said it was a similar type pain. He's like, oh, maybe you know you might have a hernia. You know, that's something that could be. I'll take you to the doctor for it. So
it would have helped if you told me the whole story.
Having to pull down my pants in front of this doctor, this like 80-year-old nice sweet black lady. I was feeling all up on my nuts to make sure I didn't have a hernia, you know, because she's feeling on the groin muscle, but that's located behind your nuts, inside of your nuts, kind of. And feeling all up on that, but she said I was totally healthy, and so I had to go to the doctors for this. And then only like after it went away, like I figured, oh well, you know, it happened that time, and then it had happened again while, you know, whatever. It happened that time, okay? Let's just talk about this for now. Happened that time, sucked super big balls, no pun intended. And then I had to go to the doctor for it, went home, and, you know, eventually it went away because I probably ended up doing some sexual stuff or whatever, ended up, you know, whatever. And it went away, which was good. And it's funny because I didn't even realize what had happened to me until like a few years ago when it happened again.
What?
The doctor told Greg to do that.
Well, we don't talk about that on film. What would you have done, Mom?
This time,
If you had the blue balls, Angel, what would you do?
like, oh crap, this is what happened to me like 2 years ago.
Bleach them so they're white again.
Yeah.
Right, smart.
15, you know, being a tiny baby at 15. But I was like, this is what happened to me back then. Oh, it wasn't a hernia at all. I had blue balls really bad. So yeah, moral of the story, don't get blue balls. If you do, you need to find a woman who will help you out or help yourself out because it really freaking sucks. That was like the worst blue balls ever, though. I've had it since then, but it was not as bad as that time back then. So, yeah, definitely really sucked, and I figured that this would be a fun story to tell you guys.
Mention at the time.
Go ahead and smash
If you want to visit Blue Balls, go to Pennsylvania.
There's a city called Blue Balls in Pennsylvania. Did you know that?
Remember, and it's really Amish, very Christian town. And then if you go a little further, you'll find intercourse.
That'd be absolutely awesome.
Yeah, so if you don't pass through intercourse, you'll probably end up in blue balls, is what they're saying.
I haven't told a hookup story in a while.
Way to go, PJ. Way to get blue balls and not tell me the whole story.
But I hope you
What
guys
would help
enjoyed
me
this
out,
story.
PJ? I
Help
could
me
have
out.
told
I
you
could have
better.
saved $75 and wouldn't have been woman by
And touch.
an 80-year-old woman. But I love you anyway, honey.